Hello, welcome back to the Untitled SEO podcast. This flavour of the podcast is SEO Daily, where I'm attempting to record a podcast every day around something that might be useful for SEO, or might just be intriguing, or might be educational. And today I have a topic that's all three. Should you no-follow your footer links? Well, the answer is no, you shouldn't set your footer links to no-follow, but the story is a lot more interesting than that, because this gives me the opportunity to explain how a lot of SEO news comes about. Obviously, Google put out news which we'll listen and try and decipher, and actually it tends to be fairly clear. But then there are certain key players quite high up at Google search who post offhand comments or reply as an individual rather than necessarily a spokesperson for Google, and the SEO news industry goes nuts. And this is one of those such times. So somebody posted on Reddit saying, should I add a no-follow attribute to the footer links on my website? To which a few other Reddit users replied saying things like, well, why would you do that? It's quite an old-fashioned kind of very early 2000s kind of type of SEO that it doesn't really make any sense. It didn't then, to be fair. It was about what we call PR sculpting, which is a bunch of nonsense. So there's a few replies from randoms saying, no, what are you talking about? And then John Mueller replied, and he said, if you do this, future you will be annoyed by the problems current you is creating. I quite like the way John Mueller talks. There's an episode of a podcast called SEO or Die where myself and someone called Dan Callis break down John Mueller's own robots.txt file from his own website. That's quite a thing. So this supposed news, and listeners, I'm doing air quotes, this supposed news is somebody at Google making an offhand comment, and certain parts of the SEO news world jumping, going, whoa, this is interesting, what does it mean? It generally means whatever he said he or she says it means. It's not that exciting. But crucially, as a conclusion, any of these leaks, if you want to call them that come out of Google, they all just prove that you should always be focusing on creating useful content and having a website that runs well and is accessible. That's what they all come back to. That's pretty much always it. Any sort of, what's this little secret thing? If I do this little, click this thing, and if I have links that are like this in this one small part of the website, will I go to number one? Probably not. Just do good stuff. But yeah, lovely old story. And I will put a link to the Reddit post in the show notes or the video description if you're watching this on YouTube. Right, thanks for your time. I shall see you tomorrow. I'm going to click here and then click here to say bye-bye.